So I'm sure there are some moms out there who are single working moms or just really busy. Our lives are crazy busy, stupid busy these days. And you might be thinking, I don't have any time to give my other child or other children one-on-one time. So what do you do? Certainly getting up early, which I know that's really hard for some, just to carve out some special playtime. I mean, this will vary depending on the ages of your kids, what kinds of things you do. But, a lot of times, whatever's going on, when kids act out, they are just needing attention. They're just needing some one-on-one time. And so if that means staying up a little bit later to carve out that time, getting up early, or like what you did, which I think this is fantastic, is pull your kids out of school. Let your special needs child go to school, and you pull your others, or one at a time, and you make the most of that time together.
Sometimes we just went to lunch. I brought lunch. I could leave and just bring lunch, and I took her out, and we would just go to lunch. And we would have a picnic, even if it was in the car. And I didn't have any distractions, but part of it is just acknowledging that she wanted time and space away from what she was dealing with at home. Mm-hmm. And so either one of them, we called them mental health days.
I love that.
Instead of sick days, right? They were mental health days, so we were taking care of their mental health. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. There's so many ways that we try to compensate. And I think I mentioned this at the meeting, I feel like I'm always, because food in Prader-Willi syndrome feels taboo and feels like there's so much focus on it, and we have to be careful, and we have to follow a food schedule, and no, we can't take those treats out because Ryan's gonna want it and he can't have it because he needs to be on a low calorie diet. We would have like food holidays. So like take one out to a restaurant, you get to eat whatever you want.
Right.
And yes, you can order the soda, and they can just have freedom. So there's all these different ways that we try to compensate as parents for the stress, for the drama, for the trauma, for all the attention being focused on the special needs child. But one thing I realized is you're never going to be able to compensate so much as if this hardship is not actually happening. There's no way to overcompensate so that this isn't part of your story and part of your life. And I think just accepting that, you can't ever make it so good as if this is not going on, that life is easy. And that's okay. That's okay.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Yeah, the idea of not trying to escape it, but actually harness it. And I'm not a mixed martial arts guy myself, but I know that there's one, and maybe it's kung fu or not, but you're never blocking a punch directly. You're taking its momentum and using it for your own advantage. And the same kind of thing. We're not going to be able to erase what this is, but maybe we can take that momentum and use it and spend some time venting and be like, it's just so hard, and then we just let it float right into, but look at where we are now, and this is so fun, and then we're seamlessly right back into tears and giving the freedom. And I think that's something that sounds like both of you have done so incredibly well is you've given permission to feel a certain way. You've given permission to feel whatever you're feeling as it happens, because we have zero control over our feelings. They just happen. We can either acknowledge them and then make good choices with our behaviors about them, or we can try and pretend that they just shouldn't exist, they aren't real, I shouldn't have these. And whenever we hear the shouldn't word, shame is on its way, and that leads to isolation and just starts heaping so much more on top of it, and you feel just alone, and you can feel the pressure of all that shame and isolation. So if you give permission to feel happy, sad, angry, confused, burnt out, you're doing such a benefit and you're harnessing the situation instead of trying to avoid it.
So validating their feelings. Something I've always said is, whatever you have felt, I felt. It's okay. You felt embarrassed, I felt embarrassed before. And not, like you said, shooting away, like, no, you shouldn't feel that way. No, that's not okay. No, you shouldn't be angry at your brother for changing our plans for today. Well, yeah, it kind of stinks. Just say it. It's okay. It's okay. We can't put unrealistic expectations that they're not going to feel, that they're just going to adapt to every single situation without complaint. That's not fair. No typical child does that.